Hey friends, today I wanted to talk to you about 3 ways to prove that you are motivated in a job search. Not just say you are, but to prove it. So it's one thing to have on your resume that you are a motivated worker. Everyone has that on their resume, so much so that it is a cliche now. And I encourage my clients to find other ways of showing and proving that they're motivated rather than saying it on a resume, because again, it doesn't mean anything anymore. So today I wanted to talk to you about 3 ways to prove that you are a motivated individual when you are searching for a job. So the first of those is communication. And I'm talking about all the ways that you are communicating with the hiring manager or the person who sets up the interview or whomever it happens to be at the organization. So from your emails, from your phone calls, from your thank you cards, from how you address your cover letter, all of these communications can show that you are a motivated person. So return phone calls promptly. Pick them up, hopefully, if somebody phones you, but otherwise return the call quickly and answer right away so they're not kept waiting. When you are writing a cover letter, take the time, if you can, to find out who you're addressing it to. If there is a name that you can put on there, then it shows you have done a little research, and I'll talk about that in a second. And the other thing is sending thank you notes after you've had an interview, and you can do that by email. You can do that in snail mail with a card, but take the time to thank the people that have spent however long with you in an interview situation, and those things will show that you are a motivated individual. So that's the first thing, that's communication. The second thing is industry research, and what I mean by that is find out absolutely everything you possibly can find out about the company before you ever get into an interview situation. So annual reports, newsletters, publications, articles in the media. Go to their website and read everything and watch everything that they've got on their website. If they've got video, if it's a business that you can actually go into, like a retail establishment or an organization that has some kind of a public interface, then you can go do that. But find out everything you can about the organization, and you can even look at key names of the leadership and go look on their LinkedIn and research who the people are who work for this company as much as you can, so that you are completely prepared when you go into that interview situation. And this will also help you to generate better questions when you get to that point in your interview. So that's the second thing, is industry research. The third thing is preparation. Have your resume tailored to the job description. Don't just send the same resume to every potential position you're applying for in different companies. That doesn't work at all. Write a solid cover letter that addresses what some of the organization is looking for in a potential employee, and anticipate interview questions and practice them. You can guess what the most common interview questions are and practice your answers. I have lots of resources in my podcasts on how to do that, and also a whole course on getting ready for a job interview if you're interested in that. But anticipate the questions, practice your answers so that they sound the way you want them to sound in advance, rather than looking like the deer in the headlights and not knowing what to say when they ask you what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are, as a really, really common example. Ask your references. If you can use them, ask them in advance and have all of their contact information and positions and etc. on a separate sheet that you can then send to the hiring manager upon request, so there's no delay. So if they ask you, if it's an in-person interview, which it may not be these days, then have it on a separate sheet of paper and just hand it over to the person. Or if it is an virtual situation, then you can have it ready to send them by email if they ask for it. So those are three things: your communication, your industry research, and your preparation, that are going to go a lot farther to prove that you are a motivated individual than it is just saying, I am a motivated worker on my resume, because everybody does that. And like I said before, it doesn't mean anything. So if you like this, please make sure you hit like and hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.